Welcome to a sunny and warm Knockhill racing circuit for the final round of the 2017 Scottish Classic Sports and Saloons. Pole position sees Tommy Gilmartin not made all the races this year, but when he does, he generally puts it on pole position and wins the race. But there is a huge field of cars behind him that's going to try to stop him doing that. I'll hand it to Richard and he'll take us through all the action.
Thanks, Joe. Tommy Gilmartin on pole position from Alistair Bapty, Harry Simpson and Bruce Mitchell row 2, then Raymond Boyd and Andrew Smith. Jimmy Crowe on row 4 with Max Horn, Mario Ferrari and Ian Blacklin. Then William Conway, Michael Longstaff and George Leach. Lots of champions on the grid here. The front two rows, great British sports cars on the front. Morgan, MG, Ginetta and Lotus. Lights are on. Chasing them is going to be the Porsche 911 of Raymond Boyd, the outgoing champion. Away we go. It's a super start by all concerned. But Tommy Gilmartin from pole leading the MG of Alistair Bapty. Third place is now Raymond Boyd, fourth position. The Ginetta, followed by the Lotus, Harry Simpson, followed by Bruce Mitchell. Bruce, the Class B champion for this year. But it's Tommy Gilmartin, the 2013 champion. So just recap what we've got on track here. We've got Raymond Boyd, who was champion in 2016. We've got Tommy Gilmartin, the 2013 champion, Alistair Bapty, the 2017 champion, and Andrew Smith, who was joint champion in 2012, plus lots of other drivers who have won classes. So this really is a quality field here today at Knockhill Circuit, and the British quality being challenged by the German engineering, the 911 of outgoing champion Raymond Boyd, who's got Harry Simpson, multiple Class G winner, and champion in Class G last year, secured it again this year. Looking round the outside of the Porsche and then looking up the inside, Tommy Gilmartin's got a bit of a lead over the first of the yellow fellas, Alistair Bapty. We saw that MG racing in the Scottish Saloon and Sports Car Championship, the contemporary version as it were. He doubled up that weekend running in the Fiat X19 as well, which he won the championship in. And Alistair, you'd be right to, if you're thinking, hang on, we see him normally in the Fiat. You do. He has raced the MG abroad as well with I think some success, but looking for a first outright win and bringing the MG to try and hunt down the Morgan Plus 8. Raymond Boyd in third place, Harry Simpson. Who can forget Harry's coming together with Tommy Gilmartin earlier on in the season? Was it race 1 of the year? Goodness me, that far ago. And Harry looks at the outside line again in the Ginetta. The boys in blue about to chase up the hill. Simpson using all of the curb, gets a very good run out of the hairpin, goes up the hill. He's annexed third position. So it's Morgan, MG, Ginetta in third place, Porsche 4, Lotus next, the second of the Morgans with Andrew Smith in sixth place at the moment. Really good diverse mix of cars once again in the Classic Championship. The 6 classes, all of the champions individually of course crowned before the last round. And that's not to say it wasn't a competitive year. Alistair Bapty outright champion in Class A, Bruce Mitchell Class B champion, Raymond Boyd Class D champion, Tommy Gilmartin in Class E, Callum McRae Class F for the future classics, and Class G, as we've already mentioned, Harry Simpson. Simpson getting away at the moment from Raymond Boyd, and you can see the Lotus Europa, the yellow Lotus Europa TC of Bruce Mitchell, who is there. Bruce incidentally second overall in the championship. Mario Ferrari second in Class A, third overall. Class A's been superb this year. Alistair Bapty winning the best subscribed class from Mario Ferrari. Still a battle off the third between William Conway and Michael Longstaff in the Mini Club and GT and MG Midget respectively. On to lap 4, you've got a number of Fords in the mix, 2 Escorts at the moment out front. Jimmy Crowe getting the better of the Capri of Ian Blacklin. And ahead of Jimmy Crowe, we've got Max Horn, who we only saw in the second event of the year, rounds 3 and 4, grabbed a brace of Class Podia. But at the moment, outgunning Jimmy Crowe. The Escort's getting the better of the Capri, and then it is the Ford Fiesta of George Leach, who's done a good job starting off 13th on the grid. Actually, I was talking about George Leach the other day. Remember him racing the Mini Ogle several years ago? Georgia class champion a couple of times. I think the last time was 2013, Tommy Gilmartin's championship winning outright year. George Leach winning Class A that year, winning Class B in 2009 with Russell Patterson again in the Morgan was the champion. And I was talking about George racing in the Mini Ogre. I wonder what happened to that car. He's running well at the moment in the Fiesta. So the Ford battle, if we can call it that, led at the moment by Max Horn from Jimmy Crow, and then Ian Blacklin in behind. Mario Ferrari still looking for, well, he's secured third place in the championship and second position in Class A. Enjoying his racing, and maybe we'll come back and have a go at the overall title next year. Mario winning class in round 12 of the championship, following the retirement for Alistair Baptiste, Alistair's first retirement of the year. Alistair bouncing back from that, coming and having a look for a first outright win this weekend, but thus far being denied by Tommy Gilmartin, as Max Horn continues to lead from Jimmy Crow. Crow taking a win in second place the last time these two met on circuit back in May. And Horn looking better of the two at the minute. Really nice to see these two Ford Escorts going head to head. And up and over the hill they go with a bit of a gap. Now the Fiesta's getting in the mix. Mario Ferrari in the Alfa as well. So Fiesta passes Capri. So I was talking about the 73 car. Andrew Smith, the former champion, runs a little bit wide. Raymond Boyd pops down the inside line. So Boyd back up into fourth position. The Morgan will try and fight back. Morgans have been a mainstay of this championship for several seasons. And really, if you had to summarise, if you ask most people about the championship winning cars here in Scotland, they'd probably say Porsche and Morgan. Porsche, of course, courtesy of Raymond Boyd, we're looking at ahead of us, and Stan Bernard, double champion, and then the Morgans represented by Tommy Gilmartin, Andrew Smith and Russell Patterson, of course. And then we've had Ford Escort with Robert Marshall and John Marshall, his brother, winning it a couple of years before him. But on the last lap, the race leader, Tommy Gilmartin, heading for what looks like an 8th win of the year. It's either been win or bust for Tommy. He was bust in that first race of the year after coming together with Harry Simpson. And every time we've seen him, he's taken outright wins, and it looks like he's going to do it again ahead of the MGBG TVA. Alistair Baptiste chasing hard. Tommy Gilmartin has incidentally set a new class lap record, a 56.849, so not hanging about, Tommy Gilmartin, and he's going to take the win. He exits the hairpin and will climb up the hill to take the win from Alistair Baptiste. Here we go across the line. It is the win for Gilmartin. Baptiste in second place. Next across the line is Max Horn, who beats Jimmy Crow. So the battle of the Escorts won by Max Horn, but he's got another, no, he won't have another lap to do, will he? He finishes in 7th position. Jimmy Crow in 8th. Tommy Gilmartin the winner. We wait for the battle to come up the hill between Andrew Smith and Raymond Boyd. So it was Gilmartin, Baptiste, Simpson in 3rd, Smith 4th, Boyd in 5th place from Bruce Mitchell, Max Horn 7th from Jimmy Crow, then Ian Blacklin and Mario Ferrari. Non-finishes George Leach, Michael Longstaff and William Conway.
Tommy, well done. I'm going to say an easy win, but it wasn't really easy. You had a bit of company. It was just at a distance you didn't have to defend it as well.
Alistair with the MGB, it's obviously a quick car. He was keeping me honest there. As I said earlier on, it's a big bright yellow thing and I know exactly where it is. It's not like Harry with the wee blue car. I can identify where he is at all times. The first 3 or 4 laps he was on me the whole time. In fact, he made a bit of ground on me. And then I managed to get away, and I noticed he started going sideways. And I thought, well, that's good for me, because when he's going sideways, I'm going forward, and I then got a wee gap. And yeah, I just managed to keep a sensible gap in front all the time. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was hard work, but I did enjoy it.
Well done.
Thank you.
Class A winner, well done. A beautiful day out there for a drive.
Lovely day, nice and dry. Track's great. Car went well, so yeah, no complaints. Class win.
Yeah, with the weather, most people under the track record today as well.
I noticed that. I prefer a wet actually. The car goes well in the wet. Slows the rest of the track, slows the rest of the people down as well. But no, it's good weather, fine. Good.
Well done.
Thank you.
Raymond, well done. Class win, but a good run in your car as well, in some beautiful conditions.
Yeah, conditions were absolutely superb today, as usual, up here at Knockhill.
It's strange because it's October.
I preferred that last meeting though, because it was much better for me. No, I had a great race there, great start, went from 5th to 3rd, and kind of held the guys off for a couple of laps, and then Harry got past and away he went, and then Andy Smith and I had a real battle when he just put me at the post there, and that big beautiful Morgan of his, so it was great. So, but thanks to Faye, my gorgeous I don't know what you call it, pit lane girl, and
great girl,
yeah, absolutely, and my mechanic Anthony, and SWF for setting up the car. I know they're sponsors Edinburgh Watch Company as well. But no, great racing, and let's see what happens race 2.
Well done.
Thanks a lot.
Scottish Classic Sports and Saloons race number 2, and race 1 winner, pole position man Tommy Gilmartin back on pole. Can anybody stop him in the dry conditions? It doesn't look very likely. I'll hand it to Richard and he'll take us through all the race action.
Tommy Gilmartin pole from Alistair Baptiste, then Harry Simpson and Andrew Smith, Raymond Boyd and Bruce Mitchell on row 3, Max Horn and Jimmy Crow on row 4, followed by Ian Blacklin and Mario Ferrari. George Leach row 6 with Michael Longstaff and William Conway completing the grid. William Conway, again, sadly, a non-starter, but everybody else present and correct. Gilmartin and Baptiste about to renew battle, and it's an all-British first 2 rows again. The Porsche wants to get involved as well. Great start by Tommy Gilmartin. The Morgan heads them down into Duffus for the first time. Baptiste was second, but Harry Simpson goes through on the inside line. So it's 3rd place for Baptiste, but watch for the Porsche. Lock up there from the outgoing champion, who was determined to get that 3rd place. Locks up, but gets through into 3rd position. Super stuff by Raymond Boyd, and Baptiste is down in 4th place. Jimmy Crow, the first of the Mark 1 escorts this time around. Max Horn in behind, then Ian Blacklin, followed by George Leach, Mario Ferrari. Then it's the MG Midget of Michael Longstaff. Michael non-finishing in race 1. If he'd finished that, then he might have had the chance of taking 3rd position in the championship. But mathematically, I'm not sure he can do it now. Actually, he could tie on points with William Conway if he wins the class. But Mario Ferrari in front of him at the moment, so we probably need to watch that. Round the outside, lovely piece of clean racing there from Alistair Baptiste and Raymond Boyd. They gave each other space, Boyd in particular keeping it tight, and Baptiste up into 3rd and chasing Harry Simpson. Down the hill they come. George Leach in the Fiesta putting pressure on Ian Blacklin in the Capri. 3-litre Ford Capri, of course, running in Class D, which caters for 2.5 litre to 3.6 litre cars, and George Leach in the 1400cc Ford Fiesta. And then right behind it's Mario Ferrari, and there coming into shot the back of the field is Michael Longstaff in the 1380cc MG Midget. So we've got MGs at the front, another one in Class A. So multi-class racing very much in evidence for the MGs. Mario Ferrari down the inside passes George Leach, so good news here for Ferrari. He's going to perhaps nab a 3rd class win of the season, but side by side with the Fiesta, and up the hill they go. Absolutely ideal. We'll say it every time about multi-class racing, that one-make racing's all well and good, but you can't beat a good multi-class race on a circuit like Knockhill, where you get different types of corners, different gradients, and different cars come into their own on different points of the circuit. Alistair Baptiste is all cameraed up, and so running on this harder tyre, looking pretty good at the moment. It seems to be closing in on the race leader. So Tommy Gilmartin, he's finished first overall in every race that he's finished so far this year. Had that retirement in round 1 of the year, which we've probably spoken enough about. But the MG looking to pile the pressure on. And Alistair looking for his first overall win. He's taken many class wins this year. Harry Simpson, of course, he's never ever far away, is he? And Simpson all over the back. It's really good to see the MG mixing it with the Morgan and the Ginetta. Absolutely fascinating battle, I think, going to ensue here. Jimmy Crowe still up ahead in the Escort. I was going to say battle, but it's not. He's got a good lead at the moment. And Ian Blacklin there as well, back ahead. George Leach and Ian Blacklin back ahead of Mario Ferrari. So Mario with some work to do. Third in the championship and second in Class A already wrapped up for him, so he's enjoying the race on its own merit. In the Class B Fiesta of George Leach busy chasing at the minute, and Ian Blacklin closing down on Max Horn just now, so we might see a battle between Mark 1 Escort and Mark 1 Capri. Indeed, Blacklin going tight here and having a look at the inside line as Jimmy Crowe starts to move away some way down the track, getting clear. Blacklin couldn't quite pull that move off. The bigger Capri coming under a bit of pressure once again from the Fiesta, and then we've got the Alpha not that far away as well, so really good four-way battle. And look at the Fiesta round the outside, and you saw how Ian Blacklin was fighting the Capri and manages to hold on to position. Battle for the lead. Tommy Gilmartin up front. Alistair Baptiste keeping him extremely honest at the moment. And Baptiste looks like he's wringing the neck of the MGB GT V8. He is having a very good go indeed. Now, can he get past? He's got the inside line, but that's going to convert to the outside at the hairpin. He favoured the outside line, passing Raymond Boyd earlier on. Look at the camber on the front wheels of that car as well. He's got it well set up, and he's challenging the Morgan hard. Can't do it round the outside line. On board again. Listen to the engine, sounds absolutely mint, and has got the inside line coming down into Duff as he's through. Baptiste takes the overall lead. Superb stuff. The MG passes the Morgan. Now, wait for the response from Tommy Gilmartin, who will fight back. Gilmartin will never, ever give up without a fight for sure. But Baptiste there, good move, goes into the lead. Now, remember, he's not taken an outright win because he's been racing in Class A, the smallest engine class all year. He wrapped up the championship, and I know he wanted to go out with an outright win. He has used this car here at Knockhill before. Now, I'm waiting for Tommy Gilmartin to make a comeback here, but it looks like Baptiste is very well wound up at the moment. Gilmartin will try and close him down. Harry Simpson still back in third. Andrew Smith in fourth place in the second Morgan, but it's Baptiste out front in the MGB GT V8. Remember, running as a guest in this one, but nonetheless, we welcome him as a guest with open arms as this year's champion. Raymond Boyd still engaged in battle again with Andrew Smith. What a weekend they've had. They've been playing cat and mouse all through the races that we've had so far. Baptiste from Gilmartin still out front. Simpson third. Smith chasing this man for fourth place. Raymond Boyd in fourth. That climb into Clark, and then along Railway Straight behind Boyd and Smith, we've got Bruce Mitchell. I haven't seen a lot of Bruce in the Lotus Europa in this race, but he's still there, running in sixth place. Then Jimmy Crowe and the Ford battle immediately behind, but Raymond Boyd, outgoing champion, hopefully he'll be back next year to try and reclaim the crown here. He could do a lot worse than come up and watch one of our meetings next season. If you Google SMRC, Scottish Motor Racing Club, you'll find out all our dates for the 2018 season and see some great racing like this, not only from the classics, the minis, the legends, the saloons and sports, the BMWs, the Celtic Speed Scottish Mini Cooper Cup, and single-seaters with tomorrow's F1 stars racing in the Formula Ford 1600 Championship as well. But Boyd looks like he's got the measure of Andrew Smith at the moment, so MG ahead of Morgan for the lead, and Porsche ahead of Morgan for fourth place, with Harry Simpson in the little blue Ginetta in between, and we can't see that at the moment. But Boyd will, I think, by the look of it, sign off with a Class D win. He's certainly well clear of Ian Blackley, the other Class D runner, but he won't be worried about that. What he will be worried about is the fact that, having said this looks settled, Andrew Smith starting to reel him in again. So the Morgan closing in. Andrew Smith wants to get back in front. It'd be great to see him back in the championship full-time as well. Alistair Baptiste, onto the last lap, has set a new record. Now, as a guest driver, I'm not sure whether that sticks, but he's in incomparable equipment to Tommy Gilmartin. He's bettered the lap record of 56.838 for Alistair Baptiste. He's closing up on Jimmy Crowe, who's in 7th place. Raymond Boyd and Andrew Smith passes him, and the MG of Michael Longstaff as well. So Longstaff is passed and Boyd is passed for 4th position, and Raymond Boyd's going to try and fight back. He's looking one way, then goes to the outside, but Alistair Baptiste wanted an outright win. He's got the lap record as well. He's got his lights on to tell the other cars that he's coming through, and he is going to the outright champion. What a fitting end to the championship this is, where a Class A regular driver takes an outright win as a guest driver in his other car. Alistair Baptiste's first season of racing finishes with an outright win. Tommy Gilmartin 2nd. Harry Simpson at the bottom of the hill is running in 3rd, and will grab Class G honours again. Harry, the Class G champion. There is 3rd place for Harry Simpson. Max Horn is in behind, but this, the battle for 4th place. Raymond Boyd looks up the inside line in the Porsche. Andrew Smith's gone wide. It's going to be the sprint to the flag between these two. Is Boyd going to do it? They're side by side. Smith's got the advantage. Andrew Smith 4th. Raymond Boyd in 5th place for Bruce Mitchell, then Jimmy Crowe, George Leach, Max Horn in 9th place, Mario Ferrari in 10th, Ian Blackley in 11th, and Michael Longstaff 12th. New lap record for Alistair Baptiste.
Alistair, winner of the race, but also, we missed you at the last round, winner of the championship. It's been a great year for you. Some ups and downs, but overall a good year.
It's been really good. Not so many downs, to be fair. Little Fiat was really reliable all year, so we had one thing snapped, thankfully, after we won the championship. So it was really good, quite straightforward. And today was just a bit of fun, and glad to try and get a win when Tommy was here. So
it's not easy to beat, and there's not many people that have done it.
No, Harry's done it a lot, right enough. But yeah, it shows it's possible. But this is my first. I've said this before. This is my first ever year, like full season driving. So it's possible. So if anyone out there's watching, and rather than watching, come and do it, because you never know. Just build yourself a good car, and you know you can do quite well. I
was speaking to Raymond Boyd just off camera there, and basically I said that this is probably one of the most well-supported championships in Scotland. Although their classic cars are worth a lot of money, the racing is fast and furious.
Yeah, you don't think about the money when you're driving it. You know, if it gets bashed, you can always fix it with a big hammer. But yeah, no, it's very enjoyable. It's the most sort of emotive championship of the lot. We all had maybe old MGs or Fiestas or Ford Escorts when we were young, so it's a good fun championship to be in. Yeah, definitely.
Well done on today, and more importantly, well done on the championship.
Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the racing we have for you from 2017. What a short but exciting season it has been. Make sure you tune in next time for more action.